Wrap up, protect your chains, and make sure your Broncos coverage isn't...
Hello, listeners, and welcome back to the IN-COM-PLETE podcast, where your coast-to-coast hosts provide you with news, coverage, and opinions of all things Denver Broncos, plus anything else that's on our minds. I am Ty, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-host and best friend Kelly, where we actually just jinxed each other for the second time this week before we're coming on the air. The season's over, and for the second straight this was already made very obvious when we beat the Packers, but this will be the second playoff game that we'll be covering as members of the Incomplete podcast. 2 years in a row. Look at everyone go. And it's a lot better this year because with our victory over the Chargers, the Broncos are the AFC's top horse, if I may say.
Yes, we are number one seed. We earned number one seed.
We've earned it. Mm-hmm.
Which means we had a bye last week.
Yes. So
we got to sit through 1 weekend of playoff football where we were still in it. We could not lose. We were advancing to the next round.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to enjoy all the shootouts.
Yes, which we will talk a little bit more on around the NFL, because that wild card round was a lot for the teams that were involved in it. That was a very interesting round. But with all that being
4 out of the 6 games came down to the last possession, right?
Yeah, virtually last possession. The only ones that didn't come down to last possession were the final 2 games, which one I expected that it was going to be really bad, and then the other one I'm like, okay, sure, why not? But before I do go any further, because I do tend to carry on, we are celebrating a victory because we did beat the Chargers 2 weeks ago, so this is a more delayed cheers. So cheers to finishing with an amazing 14-3 record, and then getting the number 1 seed and the first round bye and home field advantage. Take that. Who's it?
Nick Wright.
Was that? Yeah, take that, Nick Wright, and take that to all of them that said that we were frauds.
Well, that's still yet to be seen.
We
lose on Saturday. They're still going to call us frauds.
Yeah, they still are. That's true. So sorry.
I am recovering from. My lights are flickering. I'm recovering from a cold, so I have a lot of over-the-counter meds in me. So I'm not going to mix it with alcohol since I can read directions that says not to.
No, that's fair. Oh yeah, that is my our public service announcement for today. She is very much a trooper and was able to come in despite texting me, what was it, yesterday, saying that she had lost her voice. And so, or the voice was hoarse. The voice was hoarse. The horse. So she's going to do her very best, but she is very much a trooper for fighting through it. And
yesterday I sounded like I smoked 8 packs of cigarettes a day for 20 years. Like even my students were like, "Why is your voice like that?" I think I need.
What do we?
There
need?
It is. Okay. Well, I try to expand the screen so I see you when I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
But then the mute button goes away. Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it. Because I'm gonna cough.
Gotcha.
And I would like to mute myself.
No, that's fair.
And I'm sure the listeners would like when I mute myself. I'm sorry, my lights keep flickering. Can you tell they're flickering in the background?
A little bit, yes.
oh my goodness, it gets really dim and then brightens, and I'm like, whoa, okay. Sorry.
No, you're good.
It,
It's been 2 weeks. It's okay. We're allowed to have these thoughts. And who knows, maybe there is, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say ghost, but maybe there is a something that's maybe telling us that something good will happen, maybe. Just trying to spin it into as positive as I can. And I failed miserably.
it's the ghost of Pat Bowen.
The ghost of, there you go. The ghost of Pat Bowen. Here to grace us with his presence. So since she's a little under the weather still, but still remains a trooper, she asked if I take the lead. And when I read that text taking the lead, I'm like, oh no, this is not going to be because I'm going to spread out sunshine and rainbows and everything down that could be absolutely positive about this podcast and the Broncos, obviously. So I'll try to mellow it down a little bit because there are a couple things that's going into this game coming up. I hope Sean Payton fixed over the bye week. So I'm going to get right into it. So I know it was, what, 15 days ago? Let me see. I'm checking my watch. 10 days ago, we played against the Los Angeles Chargers. I had no uglies. I'm not sure. Oh, I had no uglies because the way I looked at this game was that as long as we got the win, we get the number 1 seed, the first round bye, and the home field advantage. So there's nothing ugly that can come out of that. And to be perfectly honest, the Broncos played this game the way I wasn't hoping they'd play it. I thought they would show a little bit more offensive prowess, but they basically did what they needed to do to win the game, and they did exactly what they needed to do to win the game. So I'm not going to put anything ugly into this game. I will, however, put some bads in this game. Kelly and I have been saying for years that defense does win championships, but it'd be nice to have some offense in there as well to sprinkle in there. So the Broncos offense only had 240 yards. 124 of those yards were passing yards. Not pretty, but I mean, it's probably a good thing that I could even put a little bit of credits, if I may say so, to the Chargers defense because they did play like they were wanting to get this win. Unfortunately, their offense could only muster 3 points, and those 3 points only came towards the end of the first half. Everywhere else, zip, zilch, nada. And then finally, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So, I just really, really hope everybody that keeps saying our offense looks like this because Peyton knows he's secured the spot. He's not going to open up the playbook. He doesn't want to give anybody any film. But come playoff time, offensive genius is just going to be on display. I just really hope that's true because this offense lately gives me the heebie-jeebies and the reminders of the offense that we had that year that we couldn't get past 16.
Oh gosh, well, that's something I did not want to think about.
Yeah, so I'm hopeful. Fingers crossed. Dobbins is back, and we have a run game kind of at full force, and that Bo settles quickly, and suddenly it's a fireworks show. Because everyone keeps all the professionals, all the ex-players, all the people paid to talk about sports keep saying this is intentional. And that's great. I just don't remember the Saints offense working this way when Drew Brees kept going to the playoffs to Sean Payton. I don't remember a couple weeks of the New Orleans Saints, everyone being like, oh my goodness, what are they doing? The offense is barely scoring any points. They're frauds. Their defense is really what's getting them by.
Yes. Oh gosh, I lost my train of thought because I had something to say on that. There have been a lot of talking heads. Like even you even showed me a video. I couldn't remember who it was that was meeting with him, and he was talking to Jake Plummer, and he mentions along the lines of like, were they like trying to play it safe? And his answer was actually kind of unique in the sense like it kind of seemed like he said no, but at the same time he said yes. So I don't know what anyone is. I don't know if the only person that's gonna know what's happening with this offense is Sean Payton himself and the offensive coordinator, obviously.
He won't answer my calls.
He won't answer her text or her emails. It's okay. It's okay though. Oh, now I was gonna say. So I heard. Well, I didn't hear. I saw online today that there was a J.K. Dobbins sighting on the practice field today.
Oh, good.
Although from what I read was that there might be, if Denver does win against Buffalo this week, there could be a very small chance that he could play in the AFC Championship game, but it is looking like worst case scenario he will. Yeah, he'll be back if Denver gets this. Yeah, but it's a good sign that they saw him in the practice field though. So
yes,
hopefully that bodes well. But I also think even looking into the run offense for Denver, which I'll talk about when we get to the preview, is that this is going to be RJ Harvey's time to shine. And I would have no doubt in my mind that he's going to take every advantage that he can. I hope in this game, and I know we're talking about the recap here and not the preview, but I want to see RJ Harvey versus Dallas Cowboys kind of RJ Harvey for this game against the Bills, because that's going to make Bo Nix's job so much easier. But we won't know until Saturday. But who knows? Maybe Jaleel McLaughlin or Tyler Bidet will also benefit a little bit. Who knows? Maybe even Bo Nix will run for 100 yards on Saturday, excuse me. But if Bo Nix is running for 100 yards, that does not bode well.
Well, I don't know. I think he has a good run game. I think Peyton tries to keep him in the pocket and doesn't want to risk injury. But this is a playoff game now. Like, what movie is it where the announcer keeps saying that line? Oh, it's the blah, blah, blah. You got to pull out all the stops or.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like. That we have to. I really want to win this game.
Yes.
And Bo Nix and Sean Payton, I think, feel the pressure they have to win this game to be valid and not be called frauds.
Yes.
And so I know their stress and stuff is already high. But I'm going to add my 2 cents. Or my finger push of more pressure.
I was gonna say I'm not sure 2 cents can apply here anymore because of the whole penny shortage thing. So that's a good transition right there.
Me too. You than me. Well, pennies still exist.
They do.
I got a ton of them right here in my drawer.
Yeah, I've got some around here somewhere.
I got a ton of them. I don't know. And since the 80s, it's been known that it's more expensive to produce them than they're worth. And they've talked about taking the penny out of circulation for a very long time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. People are going to hoard pennies now in hopes that there's a market for them later. And sometimes there is. Like if you can get a dime that's still made out of real silver, you get a couple $100 for it, which which isn't a lot, but on a 10-cent investment.
Yeah. 10
That's
cents,
a great return.
$100. Yeah.
So, but yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
I don't know. It wasn't a fun game to watch, the Broncos and Chargers.
Yeah.
Because again, Peyton marched out that offense of we're going to try to eat clock. We're not going to do much. There's going to be no fireworks. But it was one of those games that, and this is my new favorite quote. Sometimes 10 points feels like 10 points, and sometimes 10 points feels like 21 points.
Ah, good point.
And I never felt like the lead that we had was secure.
Mm-hmm.
Like I kept doing the math. Oh, they need 2 touchdowns. They need 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points, or 2 touchdowns and a field goal to beat us. And I was still like, but that's not enough. Like it still felt like the tide could turn and we could lose that game at any moment.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't like that feeling.
It's a really challenging feeling because we not only felt that in the Chargers game, but we kind of felt a somewhat similar one when we played the Chiefs back on Christmas. And while, yes, it looked like Denver would, from a statistical standpoint, because we don't always see the stats like right in front of us right away. But when it comes down to it, statistically, Denver had control in both games. I felt like in a sense, and it was really weird. It was a weird game for me because I know the number 1 seed, home field advantage, all that was up for grabs. But during that game, I didn't really feel like any kind of stress, which was really weird given what was at stake for this game. And granted, the Jaguars already won that week. The Patriots were manhandling the Miami Dolphins. So it's like, oh my gosh, like we need to.
Not one team this season that we wanted or needed to win to help us won.
Yes.
Not one.
Not one. Except for the Texans when they beat the Chargers and we won the division. But that was the only one. That was the only one.
Well, and I guess the Raiders way back in week 1 when they beat the Patriots.
Yes, that too.
To give us the tiebreaker. But we weren't rooting for the Raiders then. We didn't know we needed the Raiders to win that game.
Right. But it was just more like this game didn't stress me out with as much as there was at stake for it. Because I guess there was just some kind of feeling it's like, oh, we're going to win this game. We're going to win this game. And I don't know. It was a really boring game. I'll give you that. It was a really stressful game. I really do feel that when...
Like, I don't understand why we can't come out, score 35 points in the first half, and then sit our starters.
You know what? I think that's the back of my mind.
Why can't we just come nail the coffin shut and go home?
Mm-hmm. Because it felt like the longer like Bo Nix and everyone was out there, I think that's when like the nerves were starting to like settle in a little. Not settle in, more like amplify a little bit because like, gosh, we're only scoring 13 points against this team, and they're resting all their guys. We need to get like 2 more touchdowns so that way we can get Bo Nix to rest.
Didn't do him any good.
Didn't do any good.
Starters.
No, not at all. You had Trey Lance who turned the ball over twice. But yeah, another bad.
Whatever guy was on video talking smack. Oh, we'll see you in 2 weeks. We'll get you in 2 weeks.
How's that going for you, buddy?
And then the Broncos still suck. Okay.
You might want to focus on the games that are ahead of you. And while New England has not had the strongest schedule, they're the number 2 seed for a reason. And they showed it. They showed why against you guys last Sunday or this past Sunday. So, yeah. Anyways, The other bad I had was our red zone. It's kind of tying with the offense. It's
Yeah.
the red zone offense. Like 0 for 3 in the red zone. That might have been fine against a backup squad in the Chargers. That's not going to work against the Josh Allen-led Bills. 0 for 3, 3 field goals. Our only touchdown of the game, which I'll talk about in the good, was on defense.
Yeah.
So hopefully Sean Payton opens up that playbook and gets it going. Because my gosh. But enough about me being negative. Let's get into the good.
Okay.
Broncos defense kept LA to 3 points. McMillan had the pick 6, which was the only touchdown of the game. Nick Bonito had the 1.5 sack, including the forced fumble. And I think the forced fumble was where everything just settled down. And I was like, okay, we're going to win this game. And the other good one, we had a clean game. We only had 1 penalty. And it was, I think, like a false start. Or a delay game. It was either a false start or delay game. One of the two. I think it might have been delay game, actually, now I'm thinking about it. But yeah, only 1 penalty. Actually, it was a fairly clean game because I think the Chargers only got penalized 5 times. And no Riley Moss defensive pass interferences. Or we didn't hear holding. Number 72, offense.
Well, to be fair to Garrett Bowles, because I was not nice to that man in the heyday of that. That hasn't happened a lot.
Right.
I think in recent years.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I can probably only count like on half these fingers how many times he's been called for holding this year.
Yeah, that did get cleaned up. He did get developed out of that, which was nice. And so, no, if I was coach, I would not have had the patience to wait for him to do that. So that's one of those things where, I'm glad I don't have the hiring and firing abilities for Denver because I would have lost his Bowls.
Oh boy. Other than that, that's really all I had on the game. Not really much to talk about, but we got the job done. We did what we needed to do. And now we just turn our attention to playoffs.
Playoffs? You talking playoffs?
We talking playoffs. Any final thoughts on the game? No.
I mean, I'm glad it's over. It wasn't, I hear what everybody's saying. And I want to believe what everybody is saying.
Yes.
But, watching these last 2 games, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens. Oops. What did I say? Yeah, we'll just see. We'll kind of see what happens. I mean, the good thing about being the oh gosh. The good thing about getting the first round bye is we only need to win 3 times to be claimed champions. I know 3 games is a lot, especially with the 8 teams that are left in the playoffs. It could be quite interesting there. Oh, what else was I going to say? We locked up the fact that we're going to be one of the top 4 teams in the AFC this year. So, woo. We couldn't say that last year or the past 9 years. And I think that was it. Yeah. And I'll throw out some stats. I'm currently looking at some stats on how Denver fares in the divisional round, honestly. But let's just move right into around the NFL. Speaking of playoffs, for some teams that didn't go to playoffs, or some that were just that close to making it, or even a team that got eliminated in the wild card round. Actually, no, we'll talk about that first. Let's talk about the wild card round because that was exciting. Very, very exciting. So, as you mentioned, 4 games did come down to the final possession. The first one, I would have been completely shocked if the Carolina Panthers pulled that off. And
it was close, man. They played a much better game than I thought they'd play.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, granted, I haven't watched a lot of Panther football in the last 10 years. But I didn't think they had it that put together when I saw that they were going up to the Bills. The fact that it came down to the Bills' last possession coming from behind, I was shocked.
Mm-hmm. And when they took I think they took the lead going into the 2-minute warning, I was like, wow, if they can get like one more stop against the Rams, wow, that's gonna be something.
The Rams, not the Bills.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. I was really taking notes.
So, yeah, I would, because everyone's hyped up the Rams. Everyone, a lot of people think the Rams are going to take it all, and I'm like, they're not going to get out of this round against the Panthers.
Yeah. But they were able to pull it off on a spectacular catch by Parkinson, who I believe is I don't know if he's their actual number 1 tight end or their backup tight end, but man, that was an amazing catch. And then Carolina just couldn't get down the field. And I think the play calling for their possession was weird because it was, I think, 3 straight incompletions, and then they were stopped short to end the game. I was like, what? And I think it's because no, I think it's the 49ers that brought the defense. No. All these games were so insane. All of them are jumbled up in my head. So it's kind of challenging to remember what happened where and all that. But Rams are still alive, and they will go on to play the Seahawks. Carolina, given how your season has gone, there's nowhere to go nowhere to go but up for you guys. And they might have maybe their quarterback, because I did hear this week the Panthers do plan to pick up I almost said Bryce Harper. Bryce Young's 5th-year option. So we'll see how well. I mean, they've got a good team on offense. They've got a wide receiver, the guy from Arizona. They got Rico Dowell, who I think he actually was on a 1-year deal, but I would be surprised if he didn't come back next year. So a lot of positive things happening down there in Charlotte. So we'll see what happens. All right, I want to get your opinion on this one. The Bears and the Packers game. What happened in Green Bay?
Chicago
happened in Green Bay.
No, Chicago. It was in Chicago. It was.
No.
It was like the first Chicago home playoff game since the 80s.
Really?
Or something ridiculous. And it's the first time Chicago has beat Green Bay in the playoffs since the year after World War II.
Yeah, I think it was they
1943.
Oh, I heard 41, I think. But it was during World War II.
No, World War II started in 1940. So if it was after, it would have to be 43.
Okay.
I mean, that's a long freaking time. World War II as the timeline in big old 2026 is a long freaking time.
Yes. It's nearly 100 years. I think it's 85 years. 85 years roughly. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. So they've been calling them the cardiac Cubs, or the Chicago Cardiacs, because Williams is playing much the same way as Bo in that, first 3 quarters, and doing our nails, looking, looking kind of rough. And then, oh, wait, it's the 4th quarter? I got to play some football.
It's almost like that meme where it's like time to lock in. So it's like you're like position. I'll do it like this. You're positioned like this. It's like first 3 quarters, and then Caleb Williams in fourth quarter is like, let's go.
Yep. But McManus alone messed up 7 of those points.
Oh my goodness. I felt bad for him.
That wasn't helpful.
But yeah, that did not help.
And, it's hard because I really like McManus. In 2015, he was perfect in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a reason why he wasn't in Denver anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this takes me back to the game where he wanted to try like a 67 yarder.
Mm-hmm.
And that everyone or Hackett said no, and he was mad and pissed off.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
dude,
yes, this is.
You're missing extra point. I mean, like it put that in a new perspective too. So, I don't know. I mean, it went to halftime. Packers are up 21-3. Now going into halftime, they missed a field goal. That was the first 3 that they missed. Didn't seem that important at the time.
Right.
But slowly, the Bears chipped away until they had the lead. And that last drive by the Packers was just atrocious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. Whew.
Love could not engage his clutch gene.
No.
So, but it's also very telling because I watch body language, and not because I like profess to know how to read it or whatever, though there are some actions I'm very adept at reading because I spend a lot of time around other people. And the Packers sideline would look defeated before they lost the lead.
Yeah, they did actually.
And, and this is something that comes up a lot when the Bills' 4th Super Bowl, like they went into halftime with the lead, but their body language was very defeated. And the Cowboys just pounced on that and came back and took that Super Bowl from them.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. As soon as Chicago kind of made a couple good plays, like very quickly, Jordan Love and the rest of the Packers started to look worried and nervous and defeated.
Right. Wonder if they had flashbacks of what happened just a few weeks ago when the Bears came back and won that game.
It could be, but a lot of the Bears, I think the Bears have as many come from behind wins as we do.
Yeah, I think they were like either tied or like close to us as far as comebacks this year.
So, him and Bo Nix are the same age. Maybe it's what generation are they?
Gosh. Generation Z, maybe?
Maybe it's a Gen Z quarterback thing.
Yeah, I think it is Gen Z. Yeah, because I'm millennial. Yeah, so yeah, I think they're the Gen Z, right? Yeah, I would say Gen Z. Mm-hmm. So yeah, maybe it's a Gen Z thing, and it's working for Drake May too. So, well, he's playing like Drake May right now as well. The cool kid. I knew you're gonna roll your eyes when I said that.
No, I say it all the time. Drake May. But I say it like that. I say Drake May.
Oh, that actually makes it sounds a little better coming out.
How can your nickname be your full name? Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
We're way off point. I don't know, but the Bear, and I'm kind of, and it's one of those things. I'm not a big Bears fan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really root for them very often, but I'm a fan of Bears fans, and they've had such a hard time of it, seeing how excited they were
Mm-hmm.
to beat the Pack in the playoffs at home. I was happy for the Bear fans.
Yeah. It's nice to see them happy every now and then, especially given how rough things have been since, gosh, I think the last time I think 2010 was the last time they had a playoff home game. Oh, no. I'm sorry. They did have a playoff home game in 2018, the double doink game.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that was actually the last time they went to the playoffs, too.
Oh, yeah. They had a lot of demons to exercise. I'm a fan of teams exercising long-term demons, unless it's the Raiders or the Cowboys.
Let's see. Raiders haven't won a playoff game since 2002, and the Cowboys haven't been to the NFC Championship game since they won their last Super Bowl. Fair. That's totally fair. But yeah, the Rams Bears game, I think might be one of the more I want to say aesthetically pleasing, but probably the more unique, fun matchup of this playoffs. Because
shootouts are always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I see why the NFL wants them and has watered down defenses.
Right.
But then you end up with games like the Chargers Houston where you're going, God, this is the primetime game. Why?
Which we're going to get to that one in a second. Bills, and I'm going to preface by saying this. I'll say two things here. Number one, you have always told me, especially when it came with the Broncos, that a loss was bound to come. For the Jaguars, that loss came at the worst possible time.
What was their win streak?
Was it 8? I think it was 8.
Streaks will break.
I'm going to cross-reference that real quick. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was either 8 or 9. I'm going to double check.
Right.
It. But it was almost as long as ours was at that point.
And once it gets into double digits, whoo-wee.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it skipped on me. 1, 2. Stop skipping on me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it was 8 games.
Yeah. So streaks will break. And they're tiring. I can't. I looked for a paper about it, and I couldn't find one. My words weren't quite right, so I wasn't finding exactly what I wanted. But the emotional and mental fatigue of keeping a streak on top of the physical fatigue of playing a game like football and winning, it's just heavier, and it gets heavier, and it gets heavier, and it gets heavier with every win.
Yep.
And that it's why no one has succeeded.
Right.
It goes undefeated. Like, it just happens.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't want to hit the playoffs on a long streak because streaks stop.
Mm-hmm.
And so they would have, and again, they would have had to win 12 in a row. We only won 11, 10, 11.
$11 in a row. Yep. 11 in a row.
Okay. It's hard. So, but Jacksonville had a very good season in general. This was not expected of them. So the fact that they got the division, did they get the division?
They did get the division.
the fact that they got the division, they got in the playoffs, they played it well. I know they feel like they finally have their coach with Sunshine out there, to get Sunshine to that next level that he hasn't been able to get to. And I didn't want to play him in the playoffs. They were looking really good. They looked really scary, and the Jaguars have not looked scary
for a long time. Not since the 99 season.
99,
really.
Yeah. Not since the 99 season. So, that's just, Duval may be coming.
Yeah, they may be coming. And we have to go up against them on the road next year. So, gotta prepare for the. Do we? Yeah, we do go against them on the road next year. So, is it? No, hold on. No, I'm sorry. They come to Denver next year. My bad. It's Pittsburgh we have to go on the road for. So, I think we'll cover the schedule when it comes. I mean, the opponents are there. I just can't think I know we have 9 road games and 8 home games. I just don't remember.
Yeah, because we had 9 home games this year.
Yeah.
It's supposed to flip-flop.
Yeah, flip-flops every year. So every even season, we have 8 and 9. Every odd season, it's 9 and 8. So Josh Allen had a super cape, put on his Superman cape, and he's gonna look forward to doing that on Saturday. Although I will say
we need him in a big enough deficit. The Superman cape doesn't help him.
Yes, exactly my point. That's exactly what
I don't see an offense that can put up that many points. So I really need the defense to hold him to 20.
Yeah. I think that's the sweet
24.
spot. Yeah, I think the sweet spot would be the 20. If we can keep them under if we can keep them under 20, I think we have a good chance.
And I'd go up to 24.
Even okay, it's 24. Okay. Yeah, I can respect. Yeah, I can see that.
Under 24. So yeah.
Under 24. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then our final exciting wildcard game. I'm gonna say 3 words that I hope I don't regret saying because I'm gloating. And it is. Oh, do I want to do buy or cry? What sounds better? Actually, we'll just do buy because they're out of the playoffs. Bye, Eagles. Bye. Sorry if you're an Eagles fan, but that was one game that was actually, I think, the only result that I didn't expect. Not because San Francisco is so banged up, but just the fact that the Eagles offense just completely fell flat in the second half. I don't think they only scored 3 points in the second half.
I'm gonna make some Bronco fans upset, according to social media. I do not want AJ Brown.
No, I totally get that.
He's got to leave Philly. He's not happy. Billy's not happy, but the ridiculousness of that situation and the complaining he doesn't get the ball and then dropping the ball in a playoff game. Billy's going to implode.
Oh no, they've already.
And that's why I've said, but that's why I say the thing about the Broncos that I appreciate as a fan and that I love to see as a fan is how much they like and support each other.
Oh, absolutely.
When people are saying Bo's a fraud, someone else speaks up and says, well, Bo is turned off all social media, but I'm here to tell you that's my quarterback. He's not a fraud. You got them wearing each other's T-shirts. When they did take a loss, Nick Bedino came out and said, I'm unhappy with myself.
Yeah.
He didn't say, why wasn't Bo throwing the ball? Hey, we don't have a running back. He's like, no, the defense is the problem. And the offense came out and said, we did not do what we needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need. And then I saw Vaughn on a podcast. I saw it today. I don't know when he said it. Someone had tweeted and said, people out here acting like Von Miller should come back to Denver, like he still has some tank in the gas, some gas in the tank. Nick Bonito retweeted it and quote tweeted it and said, I'm people.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yep.
Yes. Vaughn's not even a Bronco anymore. And Bonito's going, hey, no, that's not how we talk. And then Vaughn saying, oh, let me come mentor these guys.
Mm-hmm.
That and because that's what DeMarcus Ware did for Von Miller. That's what DeMarcus Ware did for Demaryius Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Sutton tried to do, is trying to do with Bo Nix. That's what Bo Nix is trying to do. Like, I comment on every picture where someone gets a touchdown and you watch Bo and Cortland fight and race to go get the football for that guy to say, no, you need the football from your first touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't have that when you're Tua out there saying, well, they got to catch the ball. Or when you're AJ Brown out there going, well, they don't throw me the ball. Or you're Aaron Rodgers going, who's the front office drafting for me? Those attitudes and comments don't make a successful team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if the Broncos lose on Saturday, you can go, well, them having each other's back didn't make them successful. But to get here, it is that culture in that locker room that helped them get this far.
I mean, they're one of the top four. They're going to be one of the four best teams in the AFC because of that reason. Granted, they didn't play yet, but still, I still take it as they're one of the best four teams in the AFC right now.
Yes. So that's just, and to me, that's always important when it's a team sport.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, your Hummer gets chainsawed in half.
Did someone's Hummer get chainsawed in half? Or
you don't know?
No, I don't know.
Oh, it's from the movie Any Given Sunday.
Oh gosh, it's been so long since I've seen that movie. I totally forgot.
You need to watch it because I quote it all the time, and I think I'm hilarious, and I think you're getting the reference. But that's what I always say. I tweet it a lot and go, oh, someone's Hummer is getting sawed in half. If you know, you know. I didn't realize you were someone who didn't know. So it's when Jamie Foxx's character, the quarterback, starts getting all big in the head and like, we're the reason we're winning and blah, 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 blah. And the defense hears it.
Mm-hmm.
So the crazy defense guy, I can't remember the actor's name, but like the eyeball is all goofed up, takes a chainsaw and saws his Hummer in half.
Oh gosh, I have to go back and watch
he says,
that.
With no offense, there is no defense. With no defense, there is no offense. Like,
ooh. All right. I think I know I'm going to watch
so that and if and then like on draft day, you do get the reference when I ask if they went to the birthday party.
Yes, I do get that reference.
Okay, yeah. But those are always my two football references. But was he invited to the birthday party? And
was he invited to the birthday party?
And when because when they say things like that, I always quote tweet it and go, someone's Hummer is getting sawed in half right now.
Right now, getting sawed off.
And I've said it many times. Football is the ultimate team sport. Period.
Absolutely.
You cannot hike the ball to yourself, throw the ball to yourself, and score by yourself. Now, a couple of quarterbacks have successfully done it on a fluke, but you're not going to win a game that way.
No. Oh, There's a quote. I'm trying to remember the name, what the quote was. I'll come back to it. Had to do something about like the 11 guys on. There's 11 guys on the field. It'll come back. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. But there was a quote that I do remember about like there's 11 guys on the fields, and then working together results in something. I lost it. Like I had it, and then boop, there it is. I lost it. But I mean, Philly is already in shambles. I mean, and I'll talk about it here in a little bit. But they already fired their offensive coordinator. So.
Oh yeah, I figured we talked about coaches.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But then the last two playoff games were kind of lame. Pat's defense suffocated the Chargers. Chargers
Can only
with all
score
the
3 again.
Can only score 3 again. Justin Herbert is still without a playoff win. And yeah, I mean the whole talk going into everything was like, look at how much Bo Nix has accomplished in just 2 years. Herbert's been in the AFC West for 6 years. So far in the 6 years, good regular season quarterback, but still hasn't won a division. Granted, because Kansas City's there and Patrick Mahomes. But still has yet to win a playoff game.
And he's always hurt.
He's been hurt a lot the past few years. That I have noticed quite a bit. So you gotta stay healthy. I mean, and even then the Chargers were, I won't say in shambles. Their offensive line just was really, really, ugh. Those injuries really hurt them this year. And it's been the same story with them for the past 5 years?
The Niners have a whole bunch of injuries. They're still where they are.
Mm-hmm.
They lost Kittle during that game.
They did. Oh gosh, that was rough.
And still managed to come win it.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say. Depth. Well, at least I think that's what you're gonna say. But and then the last game was really boring up until the fourth quarter, where the Texans defense scored 14 points from their defense alone.
And once they got that pick 6, I was out. I was like, okay, Chargers ain't coming back from this. Steelers aren't coming back from this. CJ Stroud did not want the damn football in his hands.
Yes. I knew you were going to say that, and I was ready for this conversation.
Oh my goodness. I haven't fumbled all year. Here, I'll fumble this play, and I'll fumble 2 plays later, and I'll muff the...
there's a Steeler. I'm going to throw right at... Well, he didn't mean to throw right at him. Like, there's a guy covered by a Steeler. I'm going to just throw it there and see what happens. Interception.
Ugly offense. And yeah. Rodgers, what is Rodgers doing playing football? The freaking statue. What? I mean, there's no offense on either side of that ball. It was defense versus defense, and the terrible offensive football. And once the Texans defense started scoring, I said, okay, we're done. God awful.
Yeah.
And the Steelers, like with the Ravens, like they just kept, I kept making the joke. They keep playing hot potato with the division. And I just cannot believe the Steelers stole that game from the Ravens just to show up like that at home.
Mm-hmm.
In the playoffs. I'd be Oh, if I was Aaron Rodgers, I would have gone straight to the airport and I would never touch down in Pittsburgh again. He's got enough money. Other people can sell that house. Other people can pack it up. That he is supposedly married. That person can help him. He should not be in that town, city, state.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was. Oof.
Oh.
And the only reason
CJ's young, and it's a bad game, and at the worst time, and okay, but oh my goodness, I do not know how the Steelers did not revolt. I do not know how those fans stayed in those stands and did not just mob the field. I do not know how his car is not keyed. I don't know how his house isn't toilet papered. I mean, all that stuff is irresponsible to do, and I'm not trying to incite violence against or vandalism against Aaron Rodgers, but oh my God, if I was a Steeler fan, Aaron Rodgers would have to hope that he would never see me. Never see. Terrible.
Yeah, it was really bad. Oh gosh, yeah, just. I tweeted out the only reason I'm really staying up for this game because I want to see when the Broncos play, so that way I can better prepare my notes for the next day. I probably could have just slept, set an alarm for 11:15 at night, woken up, stay up for 5 minutes. Oh, they play then? Okay, back to sleep because it was that bad. What are we even? Now, I'll tell you, if that if that Houston Texans offense shows up against the Patriots, it's going to be another one. It's going to be another one, except for the shoe's going to be on the opposite foot for the Texans in this one. So, bad. But you know what is? Well, oh gosh, I totally poorly tried to segue that. I can't segue it anyway. Black Monday came and went. I can't even begin to tell you, I've never seen so many teams that have either fired, mutually parted ways, or let go of their coaches. A quarter of the teams in the NFL right now do not have head coaches.
I got 6.
6 head coaches?
Mm-hmm.
So, Miami, Las Vegas, Cleveland, Arizona, Atlanta, Tennessee, New York Giants, Baltimore, and now Pittsburgh.
How many is that?
That's 9.
Oh, 8. Oh, no. Yeah, 9. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I can't count.
It's okay.
I'm so glad I'm teaching numbers. Actually, that's not true. This week we are working on position words: on, under, left, right, above, below.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 15-36 record. Is this surprising?
No.
Atlanta Falcons. This one kind of surprised me a little bit.
Yeah.
But a 16-18 record in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
That one was, I thought they'd give them another year.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't.
No.
The Ravens, I predicted.
You did predict
on
that.
this podcast.
Yes, week 1, I believe, too.
Yes. Well, after that, when the Ravens blew that lead, and
to
it
the
was
Bills,
the
yep.
15th two-digit lead that they blew.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I wonder if they don't win the Super Bowl or they do another one playoff game exit if Harbaugh is on the hot seat and they didn't even make it to the playoffs. Why? Because they blew another 2-digit lead. And yep, gone, fired. I just really hope he doesn't come to Vegas.
Harbaugh?
Yeah. I don't want to face both brothers.
Well, I actually was talking to this about someone today, and I can see it a little bit as like a Peyton Eli situation where John Harbaugh is not going to want to coach in the AFC because of his brothers there now. So I could see a situation where maybe he would prefer joining an NFC team this time around.
I'm hoping that, like I said that too, you know, Peyton and Eli were very, you know, strict with that. And I would hope the Harbaugh brothers have that same kind of professional but personal boundary of we're going to both coach in the NFL, but no, I won't take this this job. But you know, the Raiders are paying 5 different coaches a total of $50 million to not coach them this year. So Mark Davis, not
how much more
the brightest,
not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yeah. The Cleveland Browns, Kevin Stefanski doesn't surprise me. It's been 6 seasons, 45, 56. And the fact that he doesn't get along with Shador kind of sealed it.
Yeah. And I mean, it's sad because they just went to a playoff game. They were in the playoffs 2 years ago, and then they've just kind of fallen apart since then.
Pete Carroll surprised me. One, because the Raiders are paying $50 million to 5 other head coaches not to coach them. So you think you'd give him a little more time for the mess that he inherited to clean that up a little bit, get some of his more personnel, really sell his program and to trust his process and get them to buy in and trust it. Especially when he started firing coordinators midseason.
Yeah.
But Davis is going to Davis, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, for a coach such as Pete Carroll, which I know like you've had strong feelings about him, but the fact that they only gave him one, I think the surprising part for me was they only gave him 1 year. Like we thought maybe would have given him at least a little bit more time than that. And yeah, like you said, the mess he inherited and everything they had to deal with, like he really didn't have a quarterback for the most part.
But the fact that he brought Geno in may have shot himself in the foot. Like I get the theory, you want to work with someone you trust his quarterback, the quarterback knows what you want to do, but Geno just really wasn't successful, and Pete kind of painted himself in the corner with that.
Yeah.
McDaniel didn't surprise me.
Yeah, I've mentioned it, I think, at least 3 times this season. That was going to happen.
Dable.
Yeah, Dable was like, I think he was like, maybe he got fired, I think, 2 games after he blew that lead against us.
Yeah. That's not surprising. I don't know that Callahan was that surprising.
And he was.
I mean, he's only been there 1.5 seasons.
Tennessee,
he's got a 4-19 record.
I didn't really think it was fair because they got their Tennessee finally has their quarterback. This was going to be kind of like is Cam Ward going to struggle a lot, or is this going to be like a growing pains kind of thing? I just thought maybe they would have at least given him until the rest of the season, maybe just to see what happens. But the fact they fired him, like, I think they fired him like 6 games into the season. Like, that didn't seem really fair at all.
So unless it's another, Stefanski thing where he doesn't like the new young quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, since I didn't give a lot of details. And then I saved the big one for last.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Tomlin, no longer a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yeah, the official word was that they, what was it, mutually agreed to part ways?
He stepped down.
Or stepping down, that's right. Which I know you and I are talking about it. You're thinking it's more of like he wanted to word it as in like he really wasn't fired. He just
Well, the Steelers are famous for not firing coaches.
Right.
This is their fourth. They're on the lookout for their fourth head coach.
Their fourth one since 1969.
Yeah. So, I mean, come on. They don't fire their coaches. So, and people have called for Tomlin to be fired for a long time now. Like, it's a discussion almost every offseason. And I know last year a lot was made of it. The press kept asking him, well, your contract goes through the end of next year. And, it got to where Tomlin just started to walk away from the question. He wasn't going to discuss it.
I think he did that last year.
Yeah, I said last year.
Oh, so, sorry.
Yeah, last year they kept asking him, well, your season, ends next year, at the end of next season. And he kept refusing to answer. And, my opinion on Tomlin is split.
Mm-hmm.
I can't make up my mind. So I like what I heard somebody else say, which is you watch the Steelers kind of win a game, but you don't feel good about the fact that they did.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll watch, Steelers move on from Tomlin, but you kind of don't feel good that they did.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, Tomlin, he's famous, infamous, the big mark in his favor is he's never had a losing season.
Yes.
But he's 193, 114 and 2 in regular season, but he's 8-12 in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
He's made 2 Super Bowl appearances. He won 1.
Yep.
And the one he won, I could make a case that he did not put that team together. That was still Bill Cowher's team.
Oh yeah, I could see that argument.
So, what did he do once he was really building his own? Now, things have come out, like we see how crazy Antonio Brown probably might have been. And, Juju has come out. We found out that he has issues. And then he's got, Mason Rudolph and, and you go, man, how did he keep that locker room together? So there seems to be some positive in his coachings.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at the teams, and he's not had very good teams.
It's like really par to average teams for the most part.
But he has drugged them, kicking and screaming and by the fingernails and the skin of his teeth to the playoffs every year.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side of that, where I want to give him credit for that, he built those teams, and he built them that way.
Yeah.
He does not, in his grand scheme of things, he does not develop new players. He likes to go get veteran players.
Yeah.
And he gets some of them very past their prime. And that starts to show. And, he really likes this not flashy offense, strong defense. And his defense, it is the Pittsburgh Steelers defense that is the highest paid defense in the league.
Yep.
For who? Who is on that defense?
TJ Watt's on that defense. TJ Watt, Cameron Hayward. So those are the only two names I can think of off the top of my head.
See, that doesn't scream great coaching to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't decide. I can't decide if, now I think Pittsburgh's going to struggle in the next couple of years unless they get Harbaugh. Because unless you get a really, really great coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
it's going to struggle for a while, and this debate's going to continue. We'll see. At least with Tomlin, we didn't have a losing season.
I think those seasons are coming up real soon.
Yeah.
So buckle up, Pittsburgh fans. It might be a
but I
bumpy
could
ride.
see, since the Steelers are famous for not firing their coaches, I could see where the talk was had where we're not going to renew your contract, or he is paid through the end of next season.
Yes.
So rumor is he won't coach next season at all.
Yeah.
Because he's still getting paid. Because it's harder to negotiate when someone has to pay that contract out.
Absolutely.
So, take the guarantee check, take some time off, reevaluate, see where you want to go, see what opens up.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish he'd take the Titans job with Cam Ward to see if he could develop a young quarterback.
That actually would be a really good fit, honestly.
Because I'm terrified the Titans are going to go get Mike McDaniels, and Mike McDaniels is going to but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't want Harbaugh to come to the AFC West.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully not. And then on top of those 9 coaching changes, we are going to have 2 coordinator changes too. So it really was as soon as their playoff games were over, the Los Angeles Chargers and the Philadelphia Eagles both fired their offensive coordinators, which I could see that for the reason why for the Chargers. You mentioned it earlier. They only scored 3 points the final 2 games of their season. And then with the Eagles, Patullo's firing was a long time coming from what I've been hearing on the Eagles radio.
Well, they didn't fire him on Monday, and people were mad.
Yes, I do remember. Yep, because they didn't fire him until yesterday, Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. They waited 24 hours to fire him, and whoo, you'd have thought, oh, my goodness. People were like, how does he still have a job? And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh,
the Eagles fans and the radio and everyone that analyzed the team were in complete shambles when it didn't happen right away.
Yeah. So, I mean, take a breath. It's, it may come.
Mm-hmm. You also want to know the wild thing about the whole situation is that fans were talking about wanting to fire Nick Sirianni 1 year removed from winning a Super Bowl.
Well, being a part of Broncos Twitter, fans are quick to fire and hire everybody.
That's fair.
Right? Like, I mean, people talking about AJ Brown got to go, and every Bronco fan's like, look at him in orange. No! No! And stop wasting water putting players in jerseys they don't own via AI.
Where was it? It's because I showed you this and you're like immediately. Well, you didn't say immediately no, but you're like, yeah. I just happened like, oh, what did we see AJ Brown's last game's Eagles? Like, oh, I'll play this screenshot. Boom, it just happened to be right there. And Kelly's like, nope, I don't want that.
Stop wasting water on that. No.
That's Troy Franklin's number, so that wouldn't work anyways.
Yeah.
Duck Dynasty. Anyways.
Yeah, I did, and there's a lot of talk. Vance Joseph's gonna interview for jobs.
Yeah, I think he's already in it.
I really want Vance Joseph to realize, like Wade Phillips, like Saleh, like a couple other people whose name has escaped my cold real brain at the moment.
Would you put
you can be an
in that
awesome coordinator and suck as a head coach? That's fine. I mean, it's just like, I always say I'm a really good teacher. I'm great in the classroom with the students. I suck at leading adults. Don't put me in charge of a whole bunch of adults.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to motivate adults. You're adults. Go do it. Like children, we can sing a song. I'll read a story. We can have some art time. I got stickers. So unless you're an adult where some coloring or some stickers really get you up to clean your dishes, I don't know how to motivate you. You want a sticker die?
Sure.
They're really cute puns. And that's just, because that's just what it is. As an adult, I expect you to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know other than yelling at you, which the majority of people don't really respond to. I don't know. Like, sure, do this. Sure. Whatever. And that's fine. And so, when you're really good, like Vance Joseph, like Wade Phillips was, and Vance Joseph is really good at a defense, sometimes you just can't be that coach.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. But I would also like everyone to go raid the Chiefs coordinators.
Well, Matt Nagy's gotten coaching interviews. I would really like for someone to hire Steve Spagnuolo. Someone please hire Steve Spagnuolo.
Bye-bye. Congratulations.
And I think
Go away.
I do think Neil Magny will get Neil Nag. How do you say his name? Neil Nagny?
Nah. Now that we're thinking about it, my mouth won't say it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There's a chance that he's going to be hired by somebody. Like, he's one of the top coaching candidates. So.
Bye. Go read that team. Bye. Oh, I forgot one point about Tomlin.
Yes.
One thing I do judge coaches on is a coaching tree.
Yes.
Mike Tomlin doesn't have one. That to me is a coaching red flag.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can't think of anyone that's like come out of his tree that has been successful. But whose tree did he come from is the question. I know he was the Vikings defensive coordinator back in 2007 or 2006. So I wonder who the coach was back then. You know what? That's worth the research, actually. Minnesota Vikings, if I can spell. 2006 coaching staff. Oops, if I can spell coaching too. Coaches list, here we go. We'll do that. He came from the Brad Childress coaching tree. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
I know.
I wonder where Brad Childress is nowadays. But Brad Childress did have Eric Bieniemy, who was offensive coordinator for the Chiefs for a long time.
Okay, so Brad Childress's coaching tree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where'd it go? Before he was head coach, Childress served as an assistant coach for Rod Dower. I don't know who that is. Andy Reid, Pat Schumer, and Matt Nagy. 12 of these years were spent on Reid's coaching staff. During his time as head coach, 3 assistant coaches, Mike Tomlin, Kevin Stefanski, and Leslie Frazier. Oh, I haven't heard Leslie Frazier's name in a long time either.
Yeah, neither have I.
On his coaching staff were hired as head coaches across the league. His coaching tree has combined for a record of 256, 198, and 3 in the regular season, and 9 and 15 in the playoffs during their 28 seasons as head coach after serving on his coaching staff. The coaching tree has won a single championship in 2008 by the Pittsburgh Steelers, led Mike Tomlin. So, I mean, it's a fair tree. It's not like Shanahan's tree.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Or like Walsh's tree was good.
Yeah, Walsh's tree was good. Who's the other tree? Oh, wasn't Bill Parcells' tree pretty good too?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah, he had. Gosh, I can think.
And it's my one knock against Belichick because he has no coaching tree. His biggest coaching success is Saban, who didn't make it in the NFL.
Good college coach, not a good NFL coach. And yeah, there's a lot of.
But I remember I tried to break down his tree one time, and I said, "Okay, it's a branch."
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not even a tree. So yeah, so I forgot that. So yeah, I've totally flipped everything upside down again. But no, when it comes to Tomlin, that's another. Like I said, I can't make up my mind because I'm like, but there's no coaching tree either. So, and I do judge coaches on that tree.
Yeah, a lot of nimble branches on that tree. So we'll see what happens with the coaching situation all over. Seeing as there's 9,
6, 9. I don't know. However,
yeah, 9 coaches and 2 offensive coordinators. And then, and we can't forget because the Raiders have to completely reset because they are without a head coach, without an offensive coordinator, and without a defensive coordinator. So, whoever gets that job, have fun.
Good luck.
But normally we do our game of the week, but I feel like every game this week is a game of the week, basically. So we're just getting right into our game because this one might be I think this might be the closest as far as where I guess where I don't even want to say the betting line. As far as team versus team, this could be the closest game on paper than any of the other 4 divisional games. So we do have the Broncos going with the rematch against the Buffalo Bills. Is a rematch of the AFC wildcard game from last season. I'm going to start off by saying this. Please do not call this a revenge game. Please do not. I know they beat us last year, but it's done with. Just got to focus on. Yeah, I know Denver had the whole revenge tour in the 97, 98 season. 97 leading up to Super Bowl 32. They had that whole revenge tour because they lost to Jacksonville. That ended their Super Bowl dreams that year. They lost the Chiefs earlier that year in the 97 season, and they lost to the Steelers in the 97 season. So that I'm okay with. I don't know if I'd really call wanting to get revenge on the Bills. Maybe it's the soft-hearted in me saying the Bills You got Josh Allen. He's trying to win his first Super Bowl. And oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many times I've seen this is Josh Allen's best chance to win the Super Bowl. There's no Mahomes. There's no Burrow. There's no Jackson. This is your best chance. Yes, this is his best chance. So is every other team that's left in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm tired of that rhetoric. Because Allen has proven he can beat Mahomes.
Yeah.
So.
And he can beat, well, could he? Yeah, I think he beat Burrow too.
I think he's beat Burrow in the regular season. They just seem to have the same playoff woes a lot of teams do, that they can't quite win that game on the line.
Mm-hmm. Now I'll tell you this. If for some reason Buffalo does come out on top, then yeah, Josh Allen, go get that ring. I hope you do. But this week you're the enemy. And gosh, I would love to see Bo Nix be very... And I think you've mentioned this to me before. You wanted to see them win at least one playoff game. And this would be a very positive step forward to future success for the Broncos, is this game right here.
Yes.
So I think it's going to be a tough go for the Broncos. I just mentioned Josh Allen's best chance to win all's right here. And can Denver spoil it? All right. So I'm going to throw a couple stats that I actually found in like the last 3 hours. So Denver, when they play in the AFC divisional in the AFC divisional rounds, they have a record of 10-6. Very respectable record, which means they've been to 10. Gosh, they've been to 10 AFC championship games then in their franchise's history. So they're looking to make it 11. And I didn't even notice that this happened until I heard the stat. So the Broncos are the first team since the 1970 merger to lead the league in sacks in back-to-back seasons. And some little history for both the Bills and for the Broncos in a sense. When the Buffalo Bills play the number 1 seed in the AFC, their record 1-7, which does bode well a little bit for us. There was another stat that was thrown out there that when two teams that played each other in the previous year play each other the following year, and this might be positive news if you're a Buffalo Bills fan, out of the 19 matchups, 13 of those games, the same team won both games. And here's one that might make you a little bit happier, because Sean Payton, when he has a first-round bye in the postseason, that next game, he is 4-0 all time. Has never lost a game once he's had a bye week. That's all my little fun stats for this game.
Okay. Well, I mean, the Bills are a scary opponent. I'm sorry.
No,
it's scary. Allen's got something to prove. I almost wish he'd throw the game and go, I'm not winning the Super Bowl of the year. There's no Mahomes or Burrow or Lamar Jackson. I'm going to throw it and go home, and I'm going to wait till everybody's in it so I can beat them all, because if the Bills win the Super Bowl this year, that's all anyone's ever going to say.
Yeah, it's true.
However, the Bills are a good team. They are 4th in total offense. They are 1st in rushing. They are 15th in passing. They are 4th in scoring. Denver is 10th in total offense, 16th in rushing, 11th in passing, and 14th in scoring. Bills 7th overall in total defense, 28th in rushing, 1st in passing, 12th in scoring.
Mm-hmm.
We are 2nd overall total defense. I still don't know who they put above us, but 2nd in rushing defense, 7th in passing defense, and 3rd in scoring defense.
I want to say it probably was Houston they put ahead of us.
Yeah, but
They're not that good.
so it's just as cliche as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
To win this game, the Denver Broncos have to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
Yep.
They're 28th in rushing defense. We need to get the run game going. I don't care who carries the ball.
Right.
Bidet, McLaughlin, Harvey, I don't care. Someone get the ball, hit the open lanes. Don't run into the pile of people. Don't waste a whole bunch of movement bouncing to the outside. Speed transfers, use your speed and go. Go. Bo's gonna have to be settled and not overthrow. Stetton's gonna have to not drop the ball.
Mm-hmm.
On the defensive side, we have got to shut down James Cook.
Yes.
We have got to put a spy on Allen and get him pressured and not let him take off and beat us with his legs.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And that's it. He who controls the line of scrimmage in this game will win the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's cliche. It's football 101. But we got to use the run to set up the pass. It's true for a reason. It's a cliche for a reason. We are not, Josh Allen's not going to disappear in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
This is the game. Bo Nix and Sean Payton have to prove they can survive a shootout.
Yeah. One thing that
be, unless we just don't score.
Yeah. One thing that that does kind of not concern me. Sorry, 1 second. One thing that does concern me. So one of the big things I've always learned in the has it been 30? It's been almost 30 years watching football. Sometimes to prevent an offense from scoring, you have to keep that offense on the bench. I have thinking it over. I have a real sneaky feel. I don't want to say sneaky feeling. A weird feeling that Denver's going to play their offense to make sure that Josh Allen sees the field as little as possible.
They're going to try.
Mm-hmm.
I know but that's controlling the line of scrimmage, right? Running the ball takes more time off the clock. You chew clock by running the ball. We cannot go run, pass, run, pass.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And oh my God, I'm gonna rip my hair out at every single bubble screen. I can't even stand the screen when other teams run them anymore.
Yeah,
I just hate the screen. Just do away with the screen. Everybody across the league. I did the stats. the ref we have
Carl
like,
Sheffers
favors the home team. But calls a lot of false starts and defensive holding. So where you're sleeping, Charlie Moss, hide the fact that you're white.
You can borrow these like quarter sleeves I have.
Well, but he has the athletic sleeve things.
Yeah.
And he wears them a lot. And I always laugh and go, I wonder if he's trying to hide that he's white. That he's the white one. Yeah. I'm nervous.
Playoff game, every right to be. Especially the opponent we have to go up against. And then Tartars.
I said stupid Chargers.
Oh, stupid Chargers. They couldn't win that game. All right, so I have a couple key matchups. You mentioned it earlier, the pass rush versus Josh Allen. PS2 versus Khalil Shakir should be an interesting one. If there was any time that we need to cover these tight ends, this is going to be really tough because the Bills have two really good tight ends in Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox. So Hufanga, go crazy. Trying to knock them off.
Especially in the middle, wide open.
Yes. And then RJ Harvey versus the Bills run defense. For this game, I have two X factors. I've got offense. Normally I don't put a quarterback as X factor, but I think this week he is going to be the X factor. Because how he performs is going to depend on how Denver does. For this game, at least. Defensively, we just talked about him. Riley Moss. PS2 is going to be covering Khalil Shakir. Riley Moss is probably going to cover, it could be Gabe Davis. No, Gabe Davis is out for the year. That's right. There was another receiver. It's okay. I'll think about it later. But just whoever Josh Allen, if Josh Allen's not going PS2's way, he's coming your way, Riley Moss. So be ready.
Don't grab the shoulder.
Do not grab the shoulder. Absolutely not. All right. Oof. So with this possibly being, actually no, I'm not gonna put that. I'm not gonna put that in there. What is your prediction?
That if I don't take my heart meds, I will text you to call 911 for me.
Okay. All right.
I have no clue. I go back and forth. I go, oh, it's gonna be something crazy. We're gonna win like 34-31.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go, ugh. We're gonna look like the Chargers and gonna lose something like 24-3. And then I go, no. I just don't know. I don't know that I trust Sean Payton yet. I don't know that I trust Bo Nix yet. Because the offense just got so anemic.
Mm-hmm. They did.
But I will say, if our defense scores, we win.
Okay. Like a pick six
defense
or a
score, pick six. I don't care. If our defense gets points on the board, I believe we win.
What if Marvin Mims on special teams gets points on the board?
I'll send him a fruit basket.
Okay. That's fair. See, yeah, and I don't even know if I want to make a pick for this game because I feel like if I make a pick, I'm gonna jinx it.
Yeah, see, yeah. Because if we pick the Bills and you don't believe in your team, if we pick the Broncos, you're just homers, or you're jinxing them. I don't know. I am legitimate. I did not want to face the Bills. I did not want to face the Jags. I did not. Who's the other one?
Houston?
I wanted the Steelers. I wanted it
I
to
knew you
somehow
did.
play out
That we play the Steelers.
that we play the Steelers. And that didn't happen. Houston, I'm not really that afraid of.
Defensively, yes. Offensively, after what I saw, yeah, I agree with you.
I wanted the Steelers. Or the Chargers again.
See, I don't know if going up against the division
I mean,
rivals
there is part of me that like, oh, I love that they overlooked the Patriots and did only scored 3 again. But I just think we could beat the Chargers in Mile High during a playoff game. Like, I know it's a division rival, and I know how those play out, and I know what I always say about road division games, but they're the ones on the road.
Mm-hmm.
We're at home after rest, and they're always beat up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give me that team. I didn't want Superman.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I don't believe that we were frauds. We played the games in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Injuries are a part of football. We put the most points on the board. It doesn't matter how many more points we put on the board. Our wins are our wins. We won the games.
Yep.
But I would feel better if more of our wins were like the Cowboy win.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. All right. Yeah. So we won't make predictions just because
I believe we can win.
Yeah, let's go with that. We believe we can win.
I believe.
Mm-hmm. That's all we gotta do is believe.
We feel bonito.
Oh gosh, what other cliche can we use here? But for this game, court will be in session. At least, no, let's hope that court is in session.
Yes. So, Duck Dynasty, all day, every day, all of it. I'm 100% in. But I'm nervous.
Yeah. It's divisional rounds. And if you really think about, no, you know what? I'm not going to look that far ahead because look what happened with the Chargers. Focusing on Buffalo right now.
You can't jump goals.
Can't jump goals.
First, get the playoffs. Second, get the division. Third, get the bye. Fourth, we got to play the team in front of us. That's the Bills.
Yes.
Fifth will be, if we win, to play the team in front of us to get to the ship. Mm-hmm. Then it'll be the ship. We can't jump the goal.
Nope, can't jump the goal.
So next goal, next target, Buffalo.
Next target, Buffalo. So I'm sure all the Broncos country is going to be, what's the word? Excited, nervous. And here's another, here's one thing I'll leave everyone with this. If you are going to that game, 2 things. 1, I envy you very much. Number 2, be freaking loud.
Oh my God. Disrupt the huddle.
Mm-hmm. Sean Payne says he wants to hear the crowd while they're in the huddle. So before they even break it.
Well, Peyton Manning shows up on the Jumbotron before each game and gives the directions.
Mm-hmm.
Follow the directions.
Follow the sheriff. And plus, this is going to be the first Broncos home playoff game in 10 years. If you aren't loud, give me your ticket right now. I'll go out there and be loud. If you have 2, I'll bring Kelly along. We'll both be loud.
I have Monday off.
So do I. So
let's go.
I have a half day on Friday, so let's go. But we'll leave it at that. And on that note, I believe that is all we have for today.
That is all we have today.
So we'll be back next week, whatever the result is. Whether we keep it going will depend on how Denver does, basically. But on that note, care to close this out?
Yes, as always, you can find me on X at I Love to Lead.
You can find me at TieFlyGuy15.
You can find us both at the same time.
At in_com_plete_2.
Because there's two of us. That is the same handle for Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And all those DMs are open for challenge flags, song requests, guest requests, questions, comments, concerns, or topic requests. However, if sliding into someone's DMs is not for you, then you can email us at
in_com_plete@outlook.com. We are live here on YouTube every Wednesday night during the season and postseason games. That is always at 9:15 my time, 8:15 p.m. Central Time, 7:15 Mountain Time, which is where most of you are from, and 6:15 the Trooper Kelly time for making it on this podcast. If you are unable to join us, which thank you for the 2 people that are watching right now. If you're unable to make it, which I understand, it may be January, but everyone still has to go to work. Everyone still has school and things like that. We still have our audio podcast. The audio version, of this podcast is available usually within 24 to 48 hours. I'll try to make it within 24 hours since we play on Saturday. But that's always on iHeart, Spotify, Apple. Basically, it's wherever it is you get your podcast. All I ask is that you leave a review. Give us, I would recommend 5 stars, but it's okay. I realize that sometimes we're not everyone's cup of tea. But we can be a shot of whiskey.
your shot of whiskey.
Yep. Or whatever alcoholic beverage that you enjoy. But with that being said, if you don't tell us what you would like to what you like to see changed, because we love doing this every week, especially with how this year's gone so far. Yeah. If you don't tell us what you'd like to see changed, there's nothing we can do for you. And I know there hasn't been a whole lot of challenge flags, fit to be tied, Kelly play commish, but it's because we're winning. And when we're winning, we're happy.
We're all more agreeable.
Yes, we're all more agreeable. But hopefully we will see you all next week for a
Victory.
For a victory. Fingers crossed. Either way, we will still see you next week to cover this game. Hopefully we'll get to preview a game. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Until then, and until next time.
Go Broncos.